on a video. What he was going to do was literally sit there in front of the camera for 58 seconds, just standing there motionless, not saying a word, and then in the last 2 seconds of the 60-second video, just go pick me. And
that would have been awesome, mate. You see, it's things like that. It's unique things like that which make me laugh. Like going through the application forms, the ones that made me laugh were the ones that stuck in my head. So it's that kind of do something funny, do something unique. You know, if you want to sit there wearing one of those big Mexican hats and not say anything and just like dance around for like 60 seconds, do it. It'd be hilarious. I'll laugh. But
You've asked this now. I'm going all out on this. My friend James actually suggested that, so I'm going to give James a big shout out. I know it's past his bedtime right now, but he did shout out that idea earlier. So yeah, anyway, let's jump on board with the game. As you can see, guys, we are going to be playing a Yemen hardpoint right now. I'm going to jump on board with Huddle. He actually went absolutely huge in that first hardpoint game, and I predict he's going to do that again today. Currently a really close game so far, you know, Benson. I know a lot of other casters agree with this, but on a lot of the hardpoint maps, it's quite rare that you see a team get a lot of points on that first middle hardpoint. What do you think?
Yeah, it's this sort of case where that first hardpoint is predominantly used just as trying to get the spawns, because that's what hardpoint's all about. A lot of people think, you know, it's all about getting those points, it's all about picking up those kills. Not really. It's all about spawn control, and because of that, we've got that brand new role in Black Ops 2, especially in hardpoint, you know, the anchor role. And you see, for example, Parasite, probably the best anchor in the world. He does it so well, controls the spawns perfectly for his team, and he does so by picking up a hell of a lot of kills as well. So that is primarily the most important part of hardpoint now, in my personal opinion. You know, you've got to be controlling those spawns because you have to give your team that time to contest the hardpoint. And I'm not entirely sure who UNiTE's anchor is going to be. I'm not sure if you guys have been watching
it's either Fizzip or Huddle.
It's either Fizzip or Huddle. Okay, so you're going to have to watch those two. You know, they may actually switch and swap. I've seen two teams over here in Europe. They actually have just sort of like dynamic anchors where they'll just switch it around. They don't actually have that one set anchor. But for me, you have to be watching the anchor on that minimap. You have to know exactly what they're doing. I mean, you can see if you look at the minimap right there, replays for Evil. He's just sat there. He isn't actually moving right now. He's just chilling. He's just anchoring for that market hardpoint. Right. You can see those yellow arrows just spawning constantly on top of him.
Yeah, and that's really smart on his part. You know, with this map being such an open map, that anchoring position is such a crucial part to play. And as we see here, you know, a lot of people doing great stuff. John has all of his score streaks replay, working his way up towards that sentry gun. Gets taken out, unfortunately, but John's going to get the last remaining 7 points for this hardpoint. But it is in fact going to be Spacely who's going to be taking over this fruit stand hardpoint. Going to hop on board with him. He's rocking that MSMC. It's very interesting that these professionals still rock it, especially since the new patch. You know, since lowering its damage, but he's been able to rock it quite well. But right now, not a good. Actually, he hops out of the hardpoint. Oh, and I guess because a lightning strike was coming in, great play on his part. I didn't see that coming in, but it is in fact going to be Too Quick, who looks like he's going to be able to take this. I know he gets taken out, letting Slack get back in there. Great play on his part. Ultimately, a great match going on right now. Obviously, Evil taking a quick lead, 72-28, but they have plenty of time to come back, you know, for Team UNiTE. So, Matt, what are you thinking right now?
You know, I'm thinking about these score streaks coming in everywhere, especially on this top market hardpoint. You know, a lot of people like to do that, and a lot of score streaks were earned by that Evil lineup quite rapidly, and they tried to push them off. You know, we are going to see that, but you know, Spacey still managing to take control of it, and that's really good teamwork by UNiTE. You know, obviously they were down, not playing too great, but they managed to pick up a lot of time on this hardpoint right now. We've only got 9 seconds left, and they've made a huge. You know, I think there was about a 50-point deficit right now, and it's only about 20 mark again. My math isn't too great right now, but let's bring up the scoreboard, see what's going on at the second. You know, Fizzip. He was 1-7 at one point. He started to pick it up now. He's actually going 5-9, starting to pick it up a bit. I know it's the fans' favourite right now, second, but John going big on the Evil lineup, actually going 13-6 with 3 captures and 3 defends as well. You know, starting to go big. Let's see who's in the hard point right now. I want to jump on board with replays. He's using that Scorpion. Obviously, you know, I know Rambo thinks this is a warrior online gun and that it isn't so good on LAN. Benson, what do you think, man? I've never actually played anything on LAN on Black Ops 2. Do you think this is a warrior gun, or what's your opinion?
I personally have seen so many plays destroyed with this gun at LAN. Its fire rate is just ridiculous. I kind of see it more as a LAN weapon, especially if you can try and conserve your ammo in sort of an efficient way. Then that gun is absolutely lethal. But don't get me wrong, you do see more players actually use that weapon online than you would see at LAN. But still, you know, certain players, it all comes down to preference, and that's one of the great things about Black Ops 2, in my opinion. The meta game is always changing. You know, with patches, with updates, we're seeing different guns, you know, different strategies. For example, you know, the hardpoint being extended in Hijacked, that's so good because now players have to play that map differently. I know some players don't like it, but for Call of Duty to be put out there on an esports level, like for example League of Legends, that's what needs to happen. You need to have these constant changes that are going on in the game that can try and create these new meta games, which keeps the game interesting from a viewer's perspective.
Yeah, the meta game is essential, you know, whenever it comes down to, I mean, like right now, I don't know what's going through UNiTE's head. They are, in fact, down. I'm wondering if they're going to be able to make a comeback here. They're making a great push. Replays, and Replay just got taken out, but John's taking over this Hardpoint, but Slack comes in there strong, able to take it for him. But right now, I'm just kind of wondering what's going through UNiTE's head. Are they just thinking right now just it's a standard game, they can just got to come back and win it? In this situation, if you've seen a lot of games, obviously, what do you think they're thinking?
I don't know, like, it's a difficult one, like, on how they're playing it. You know, I'm trying to jump on board with Fizz Up as much as possible right now, using that foul without actually any sights on it, which is really interesting because you do see a lot of people using it with Red Dot. It's going to pick up a cap 40 as well, and, you know, they're starting to make this comeback. I just think they need to keep a cool head. Obviously, this next hardpoint is going to rotate back to the middle, and Fizz Up I think he's going to be trying to move into that anchor spot, as we see. He's going to be trying to get those really nice spawns ready for his team, but Evil starting to take control of this. They've got about a 40-point lead again right now, and UNiTE start going to, you know, I think they've got to start making some aggressive moves. Still looking at UNiTE Fizz Up in that anchor position, and he's got a lot of rounds in that foul, but he does get taken out quickly, not able to use any of them, which is a shame for him, as obviously we do want to see him go off. He's gone off in quite a lot of these games so far, and he's got to start doing something quick, because I believe, let me check the scoreboard, he's actually the lowest on their team, and usually he's the one slaying quite a bit. All of UNiTE going negative right now, and everybody on the Evil lineup either going positive or on the same score at the second. Still looking at that scoreboard, actually Replay's going huge. Spacely picking up a 2-piece. Let's jump on board with Spacely, who's currently sitting on this hard point, and actually he's going to get taken out straight away there by Realize. But do you think this is possible now for UNiTE to get this? They've obviously got this really nice spawn on this next hard point. Spencer, what do you think, bro?
This is all going to come down now to Fizz Up, and it's a lot of pressure for one player to take, but it all comes down to him holding them spawns. Now, we saw with around about 30 seconds left, he started to rotate to the next one, but nice play from Spacely, picking up 2, does go down. Now, the important question is, when Fizz Up spawns, what is he going to do now? He's got a terrible, terrible spawn, so he is going to have to go via the hardpoint location. Unfortunately, his nade isn't going to manage to get anywhere near that. But again, you have to keep watching Fizz Up on these spawns, because he needs to push through. With 30 seconds left now, he needs to be thinking, you know, I need to be at the market. I need to be helping my team out. We need to get good spawns for this next hardpoint, because if he doesn't do that, Evil's score is just going to get even bigger. But oh my god, Replays. Wow, that was an incredible three-piece from him.
Incredible three-piece Replays coming in there strong, able to hold off the remaining around 20 seconds for Team Evil to get those remaining points, which is going to come in big. Only 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, obviously, to score 112 to 180. UNiTE's not out of this yet, but they do, in fact, need to start holding down some hard points to really make a comeback here. And Spacey right now is doing a great job holding down this fruit stand hard point. And I wonder if he's going to be able to make a comeback. If they hold this down and transfer over towards that church hardpoint, they can actually make a great comeback here, which would be really exciting. But right now, UNiTE is only one away to win this best of 9. So if they do, in fact, take this, Evil's going to be out, and UNiTE's going to take this win for this best of 9 series.
I'm just looking through all the players actually at the second. I was just looking to see if anybody had any score streaks, and it doesn't look like anybody's even near any score streaks right now. Obviously, a lot of kills going down, which isn't going to get anybody close. Replay's managing to take control of the hard point. Let's jump on board with him. He's currently on a 2-kill streak as well. But, you know, those score streaks aren't going to play any role at the second, obviously, if they haven't got any, and that's why it's going to be difficult for Evil to push through, but they were able to do that. Slack then pushing in as soon as I say that, and able to take control himself. There is 10 more seconds left, and teams are starting to rotate. Let's bring up the mini-map. Let's bring that full map at the second. We've actually got an Evil player currently in the hard point ready to go. It's actually John, who's going to meet somebody at the front, and he does take somebody out there. Somebody else is going to be coming through the front door. Let's bring this back and jump on board with John. He's currently on a 3-kill streak using that Remington. Really popular gun for this next hard point. A lot of people use it. Hard point is contested. Spacely comes in huge there and takes him out. Let's jump on board with him. What do you think about Remingtons on this map? You know, people seem to bring it out at this certain point, Benson. Do you like it, or do you kind of not like the shotguns in competitive?
I love shotguns, man. I am that guy that I will pull out a shotgun and I will make you cry. That is my primary purpose in Call of Duty, just to troll kids to the maximum. But what's great is in competitive use, you don't see someone running around with it for the entire game. That it just isn't legitimate. It doesn't work. You have those too many long-range gunfights that you need to win. So what you see is exactly what Spacely's done right here. So the hardpoint is rotated. It's gone to church. He's thought, you know what? This is close quarters. This hardpoint is it's so small. Everyone has to run in here. Just going to bring out a shotty. Going to bring out my Remington, see if I can do some work with it. But this is going to be interesting now, because he's rotated towards the next hardpoint, obviously, with only 3 seconds left. Smart play from him, but all he has is that shotgun. So for him to defend this, bar that nice kill there on John, he isn't going to actually be able to defend on the hardpoint. He has to stay inside Purple Room. If he goes out and he has a long-range gunfight, he's screwed.
Yeah, most definitely. But those shotguns definitely add for some exciting times, especially whenever you're watching a person with the shotgun. Because right now I'm on board with replays. He was able to pick up a huge two-piece there, but gets taken out, unfortunately. UNiTE trying to make a comeback here, but of course it's mathematically impossible. It has been since the minute mark. But a lightning strike coming in. They're just trying to keep Evil from hitting that 250 max point, but they look like they are in fact going to get it. But ultimately, it's going to be Evil taking this. Score is going to be 4-3 for this best of 9 series. So what a fantastic round, 250 to 170. Evil not down and out of it yet. If they win one more, we are in fact going to be going to the 9th round for a neutral host. So this is getting exciting, guys. In the chat, please tell us, who do you guys think is going to win this? Do you guys think it's going to be UNiTE, or do you guys think it's going to be Evil? This is a lot better round than I thought it was going to be in the beginning. I thought UNiTE was going to take it by a landslide, but obviously Evil showing they're an extremely strong team, and Fizzer